Today we're going to start out with a word problem. It says Manila has 672 jelly beans. She wants to share them between herself and 3 of her friends. How many jelly beans would each child get? Now, if she's sharing them with herself and 3 of her friends, what's the divisor going to be? And the divisor is the number that is on the outside.
4.
All right, it's going to be 4. So which makes your dividend 670. Now, I want you to use the steps in long division to solve this word problem. So remember the steps are divide, multiply, subtract. Bring it on down, repeat the steps again, Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. All right, ready? I'm gonna set the timer for 2 minutes. Go.
I was not prepared for this. I don't have a piece of paper around me. Oh.
All right, 30 seconds.
I have a pencil.
All right. Nolan, what you get for an answer?
I ain't finished.
Okay. Say the answer when you get it.
Okay.
Mm.
168.
All right. So I agree because 4 goes into 6 one time, and then that makes it 24. 24, 27 minus 24 is
3 bring down to 2. 4 can go in 32 8 times.
Yeah.
Equals 32.
All right. So that was our review of long division. And remember, knowing your multiplication facts is really, really, really important. All right, the second one down says, join a Zoom class call from this week and watch a recorded Zoom lesson by a teacher. We're going to do that on Wednesday because we're going over how to use a protractor on when you're measuring angles. And there's Zoom lessons and also YouTube lessons that we're gonna use there. So you can wait till Wednesday to check that one off. Then it says watch everything from a geometry playlist. We're gonna be doing that on Thursday also, because that's what we're gonna use to measure angles. All right, look down in the fourth box where it has use less than, greater than, or equal to blank to fill in the blanks. All right, now you notice that it's a fraction and a decimal. Now, a decimal is a fraction written as a number, and you can turn fractions into decimals and decimals into fractions because both fractions and decimals are not a whole number. Okay, now let's look at the first one where it has 3/4. Is it less than, greater than, or equal to
Equal to.
decimal 75?
Equal to.
Equal to.
Okay. Now, how did you figure that out?
Because 3 times 100 equals 300, and 4 times 75 equals 302.
I have a question. Where'd you get the 100 from? Where'd you get the 100 from? It's not up there.
Because if you draw a line under the 75, that the fraction of the number equals 75 over 100.
All right. He is correct. But you need to also add in, you drop the decimal because the 5 is in the hundredths place, the tenths place. That's why you have 100 over 75. And then you use this to compare the fractions using the butterfly method, where you want to say 75 times 4. 70 times 5 times 4 equals 300. And then 100 times 3 equals 300. So he's correct in saying that it's equal to. All right, using the same method, I want you to do 1/5. Is it less than, greater than, or equal to 20 hundredths? Ooh. Oh, whoops. I see something. Well,
They're equal.
now here you have, this is a fifth, which is the tenths place, but this is the hundredths, and you really can't compare the two. So I'm going to make this one, since both of them have a zero, both your numerator and the denominator has a zero. I'm going to get rid of the zero in both the top number and the bottom number. That now it's 5/10, which is equal to 50 hundredths. All right, now it makes it easier to cross multiply. Okay, go. To cross multiply, does it make it less than, greater than, or equal to?
Equal to.
Equal to. Correct. Hey, Nadia.
Hi.
All right, so now let's try 3/8 and 500 using the same concept. Huh. This time, the 5 doesn't have 100, so you're gonna have to make this 100. So you would say you can add a 0 here, add a 0 here, and that way you're in the hundreds place. All right. So what's 5 times 80? What's 5 times 8?
450.
Not 450. 5 times 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
It's
35,
45.
40. No?
405.
40.
Wait, no, hold on. 40, yeah.
40.
All right. So then you add a 0
400.
because we had it with the 80, and that makes it 400. Now, what's 30 times 10? But 30 times 10.
300.
300.
So 300. So does that make it less than, greater than, or equal to?
Less than.
Makes it less than. I want you to try the last one by yourself. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where you have 5/10 and 51/100. Ooh, we're strong.
Can I say the answer?
All right, go ahead.
Less than.
All right, it is, he's correct. It is less than, because if you change this to 100, add a 0 here, add a 0 here, that way the numerator, the denominators are the same. So we're going to look at the numerators to make a comparison, and 50 is less than 100. Remember, when we're comparing, the alligator mouth always eats up the bigger number. Anybody have any questions about comparing fractions and decimals?
Why am I so good?
Huh? And then you can always compare them if you have a good eye. Like if I was saying 3/4 and decimal 25. I know that decimal 25 is closer to 0 and 3/4 is closer to the whole number. So I know that 3/4 would be greater than decimal 25. When you think about where it is on the number line, whether it's a fraction or you're looking at a decimal, wherever it comes out on the number line. Okay? Or you can use the math. All right, and the last box tells you, and you should do this every day. Go into iReady and spend 30 minutes this for the week working on iReady, whatever lesson or level that you're on.
I do 30 minutes of iReady math and 30 minutes of iReady reading every day.
Oh, cool. So you're getting ahead of the game. All right, next. It says, watch Storybook Online. We'll go to that at the end. But then it says, watch the Zoom call titled Grammar Lesson Found at Cloverleaf 4th grade. And hopefully I didn't turn away from it. This is making me. Here we go. frozen.
All right, so we're going to talk about common and proper nouns today. So before we get started with talking about common and proper nouns, first let's talk about what a noun is. So raise your hand or unmute yourself if you know what a noun is.
All right, do either one of y'all know what a noun is? All right, a noun is a person,
place, or thing.
all right, you're correct. It's a person, place, or a thing. If you can see it, if you can touch it, if you can punch it, lick it, kick it, smell it, it's a noun. Like in a sentence, John has potatoes. John, because he's a person, is a noun. Has is not. Potatoes is a noun because you can touch a potato, you can hold a potato, you can smell a potato.
All right, Bella, go ahead. Bella, what's a noun? All right, so we're going to talk about common and proper nouns. So there are two types of nouns, common and proper. A common noun first is a name of any person, place, or thing. Okay? So who has an example of a common noun?
All right, a common noun is a general person, place, or thing. It's no matter what you're talking about, you know, like boy, state, city, potato. Let's see. Anything that you say and it's just a general name for school. A general name for it is a common noun.
A common noun, okay. A restaurant, okay.
Now, a proper noun is a specific person, place, or thing. Like instead of girl, I would say Stephanie. Instead of city, I would say Statesville. Instead of they said restaurant, I would say Chili's or Logan's. You can tell I'm hungry because I keep talking about food. If I was going to say like an apple, I would say Granny Smith apples, which is a brand name of an apple. Because take that back. Oh, excuse me, delicious fresh apples, because Granny Smith apples is a type of apple. Anyhow, but it has to be like a brand name for something. Like instead of sneakers, Nike is a proper noun because and you also know with proper nouns, it starts the name of it, the noun with the capital letter. Like when you spell out your name, Nolan, your name Nolan starts with the capital N, and everything, all the other letters have a lowercase n. Like example here, the common noun would be restaurant, and then the proper noun McDonald's. Common noun would be boy. Proper noun would be Samuel. Team, Yankees. And you notice with the proper noun, all of the proper nouns have or starts with a capital letter. So as you are spelling them out, you have to do that. Any questions? All right. So look on your screen and right here in the third box down.
Miss Farrell,
Yes, dear.
sorry I'm changing the subject back to math. Have you guys done the learning activity for the geometry playlist already?
No, we're going to do that on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. All right. So look in the fourth box down where you see place the different ones in the columns. And you see some examples of common and proper nouns. And you can go ahead and do this, or you can write this in your in your journals, or you can go ahead and do this on the actual sheet. All right, so the word boy, is that common or proper?
A common.
Common. The word June, which is a month, or it could be somebody's name. Is that common or proper?
Proper.
Proper. And you notice it starts with a capital letter. Monday, is that common or proper?
Proper.
Proper. With a capital letter. Cow, is it common or proper?
Common.
Proper.
I'm gonna go with common.
Do my dance.
Because if you said Betsy the cow, that would be proper. Because it's the specific cow name. All right. A, common or proper?
Common.
December.
Proper.
Proper. Cloverleaf.
Proper.
Field.
Common.
Common. Now, if you have like a name for something like, I know my high school the football field is named James E. Mentos Football Field for one of their coaches. You would capitalize each of the words in it because you would say you would capitalize J, the J James, the M in Mentos, and the F in football, and then the F in field. Questions about the difference between common and proper nouns. No questions? Are you sure? Questions? All right, go to Kahoot it.
Okay.
Okay.
What shall the pin be?
Oh, while we're waiting on it to come up, y'all you do know that on Cloverleaf Facebook page, it's Spirit Week, and like you can go post a picture up under the comments. Like today is post a picture of your pet, or if you don't have any pets, post a picture of stuffed animal.
Okay.
I have 2 dogs over here, but they're lazy and old. At my house.
If you can catch up with a picture,
Oh,
go and post a picture of them.
What, on Class Dojo?
No, on Cloverleaf's Facebook page.
Okay. Oh, I gotta put in the code. For his.
You there doing homework?
Ready?
yep.
All right, let's move you guys out the way.
You been in my shower.
Open it on.
Oh, there's. Let's go.
What is a noun?
Who's rat?
I don't know.
Nadia again.
Hmm. Yes. Okay. Oh, baby.
Gotta be quick.
I'm in second. Yay. I'm wrong. That's wrong. I pressed the wrong answer. Love it. I'm still. Let's go. This baseball.
Avery's on fire. Last question.
This is wrong. I got it wrong. Do it.
All right, who I like food though?
Me.
Who said me?
No one.
No. And Adi is red, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right, now the other one wants you to listen to a story on storyline.com. If you go to the YouTube page, And go to the playlist. And then go to the storyline. There's new ones.
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. I'm Oprah Winfrey, and today I'm going to be reading The Hula Hooping Queen, written by Thelma Lynn Godin and illustrated by Vanessa Brantley Newton. Today is the day I'm going to beat Jamar Johnson at hooping. Then I'll be the hula hooping queen of 139th Street. Jamara says she's going to be the queen forever. But last week, I almost beat her. Sort through my hoops, and then I pick out my favorite, and then I feel it coming on, the itch. Hula hooping itch. My fingers start snapping, and my feet start tapping, my hips start swinging, and I'm just reaching for a hoop when Mama says, girl, don't even think about it. You know today is Miss Adeline's birthday. Then heat washes up over me, and I stamp my foot. Don't get me wrong, I love Miss Adeline. She lives right next door. Miss Adeline took care of Mama when she was little, and then she took care of me too. She's like my very own grandmama. But Mama, I burst out, I can't help with Miss Adeline's party. I'm supposed to meet Jamara. Today's the day. Mama stands as still as water in a puddle. She gives me her look, and then she hands me a broom. I sigh loudly, then I start sweeping. But when Mama's not watching, I push my favorite hoop a little closer to the door with my toe. Mom and I dust every room and scrub down the floors. We polish each window till we can see clear to New Jersey. After that, I peel potatoes, while Mama starts mixing up a special double fudge chocolate cake. Set that oven to 350 degrees, Mama says, as she empties the last of the sugar into the mixing bowl, and add sugar to the grocery list. Well, I push the button on the oven and I look out the window. It's already getting late. I bet Jamar's telling everybody I'm too scared to hoop her. While the cake bakes, we make up plates of fancy sandwiches. Then Mom...
All right. Later on, go back and finish the story and then take the AR test for it. Once you take the AR test for it, then you go and have your parents initial it, and that's you can give you credit for that box. Okay? Questions? And the Hula Hooping Queen is a good story. Is one of my favorite on Storyline Online. All right, don't forget you can choose Wednesday between 11 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening. And on Wednesday, we're going to be using the protractor. We're going to learn how to use the protractor. And if your parents can print
Miss
off,
Ferrell.
it's going to get posted on Wednesday morning. Huh?
On week 6 in math, the first box, why is it blank?
Oh, it wasn't blank. It was that division problem. 4 divided by 672, I think.
Okay.
As soon as we started today.
Okay, so did we take an AR on the Hula Hooping Queen?
Yeah, finish the story on YouTube.
Okay.
All right, and remember, wash your hands, eat safe, and be kind to one another and your families. And I'll see you on Wednesday.
Okay.